Everyone, welcome to another episode of Smart Investor. In this episode, I'm going to show you how you can calculate the value of a property you want to invest in. In the previous episode, I showed you how you can figure out what your loan payment would be and how much interest you would be paying on an investment. So let's begin. There are 5 ways to find what the property value is, which can also help you identify what the appreciation of the property works out to be. There's sales comparison approach, capital asset pricing model, income approach, gross rent multiplier approach, and cost approach. For this episode, I'm going to be exploring gross rent multiplier approach. Basically, the formula is pretty simple. The gross rent multiplier can be found with the market value divided by the annual gross income, where the gross rent multiplier is basically the value of the property based on the rent that it generates. The market value is the current value of the property, and the annual gross income, which means the rent that is received on an annual basis. This does not include any deductions. This is including taxes, including your council rates, all the payments that you haven't been paid yet. This is pure rent. So let's say you identify a property you want to go ahead and buy. The first step you need to do is look into finding something similar in the same neighborhood that has been sold in the recent past. When I say similar, you need to find, if you're looking for a 3-bedroom house, then find a house which is also 3 bedrooms, relatively same age and in the same condition, and sold in the recent past. You need to find the value for that. So let's say you find a property worth $400,000, sold in the recent past, and when you go through search on the internet, find the rental for it or something similar, you identify that it's generating about $24,000 a year in rent. Now that's $2,000 per month. So you've identified all of that, and now you need to figure out what the gross rent multiplier amount is. So you take the market value and then you divide it by the annual income. So 400,000 divided by 24,000, that gets you 16.66. Now this is the number that you would be using to evaluate the value of the property that you want to go ahead and invest in. So let's say you're looking at a property. You have been given a quote, but for this equation, we're going to go ahead and say we don't know its actual worth. So that's what we're going to find. The annual rent that we are getting out of it is $18,000. It's already rented out, and that's what we figure we can find. Now, the gross rent multiplier from a similar property we found was 16.66. We put it in the same equation where market value is something that we need to find. We add, so we divide it by 18,000, which is the annual rent. And we know 16.66 is the GRM. Or you can put this equation as market value equals 16.66 times 18,000. Now, that works out to be about 299,880, so just under 300K. Now, if that property is being quoted to you at more than 300K, it probably will not be a really good bet. Bear in mind, this is just an indication of what it is worth. There could be different things that would change the value of the property. For example, the property that was sold was possibly in a newer condition, and which is why it's generating more rent. Or your property has brand new appliances installed, a new kitchen done, so the value might have changed. So there are things that go ahead and make a difference in this aspect as well. But it at least gives you a fair indication that if it's considerable amount, let's say instead of 300, they're charging you 400,000 for that property, there better be $100,000 worth of changes made to justify what they are asking for. I hope that gives you an understanding of how you can calculate the price of the property before investing. I'll be exploring other options coming forward as well. I'll be coming into refinancing eventually, and that should give you a fair indication on how you can go ahead and reinvest your finances into the real estate. If you do like my videos, please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll let you know when there's a new one coming out. Thank you.